On this Honda CR-V, P0966 points to a circuit low problem for the CVT-driven pulley pressure control valve circuit as seen by the ECM/PCM. In plain terms, the module may be seeing the control circuit pulled low when it should not be. The vehicle may have CVT-related drivability complaints, warning lights, or limited operation. But the important point for this code is that the fault path is electrical. The broad areas to keep in mind are the valve circuit, the solenoid wiring and connectors, the solenoid valve itself, and after the circuit checks pass, the PCM software or PCM. Before going deep, start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. This code is not diagnosed as a mechanical transmission failure. Start by confirming the fault. Turn the vehicle to the on mode, clear the DTC with the HDS, then start the engine and wait for at least 1 second. After that, check for pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P0966 comes right back, the failure is duplicated and you move into circuit testing. If P0966 is not indicated, treat it as an intermittent condition. At that point, the system is okay at this time. So check for poor connections or loose terminals between the CVT-driven pulley pressure control solenoid valve and the PCM. If captured data is available for this code, try to reproduce the same operating conditions instead of guessing. With the code duplicated, turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Jump the SCS line with the HDS and wait more than 1 minute. Then disconnect PCM connector C, the 51P connector. Measure resistance between PCM connector C terminal No. 10 and body ground with the vehicle still in OFF lock mode and the PCM connector disconnected. You are looking for 5.06.3 ohms. If the measurement is in that range, the CVT-driven pulley pressure control solenoid valve checks OK from this point in the circuit. The next move is to update the PCM if it does not have the latest software, or substitute a known good PCM, then recheck. If P0966 goes away after the PCM update, troubleshooting is complete. If P0966 goes away with the known good PCM installed, replace the original PCM. If the resistance is not 5.06.3 ohms, keep going with the wiring checks. Next, isolate the DNLS line. Disconnect solenoid wire harness A, the 8P connector. With the vehicle in OFF lock mode, the solenoid wire harness A 8P connector disconnected and PCM connector C disconnected. Check for continuity between PCM connector C, terminal No. 10 and body ground. If there is continuity, repair the short to body ground in the DNLS wire between solenoid wire harness, a 8P connector, and the PCM. If there is no continuity, the short is not on that part of the DNLS line, so continue to the solenoid resistance check. Now disconnect the CVT-driven pulley pressure control solenoid valve 2P connector. Measure resistance between terminal No. 1 and terminal No. 2 at that solenoid valve connector. The vehicle stays in OFF lock mode, solenoid wire harness A 8P remains disconnected, and the solenoid valve 2P connector is disconnected for this check. The expected resistance is 5.06.3 ohms. If it is in range, continue to split the DNC plus line. If it is not in range, the CVT-driven pulley pressure control solenoid valve is faulty, and the supported repair is to replace the lower valve body. For the last circuit split, disconnect solenoid wire harness A, the 6P connector. With the vehicle in OFF lock mode, solenoid wire harness A 8P disconnected and solenoid wire harness A 6P disconnected. Check for continuity between solenoid wire harness A 6P connector terminal No. 2 and body ground. If there is continuity, repair the short to body ground in the DNC plus wire between solenoid wire harness, a 6P connector, and solenoid wire harness, a 8P connector. If there is no continuity, repair the short to body ground in the DNC plus wire between the CVT-driven pulley pressure control solenoid valve and solenoid wire harness, a 6P connector. Keep the verification separate from the testing. After the wiring repair, lower valve body replacement, PCM update or PCM substitution path is completed, recheck the vehicle and confirm P0966 stays gone. The takeaway is simple. For P0966, prove the code first, then separate the PCM side circuit, the DNLS short check, the solenoid's internal resistance, and the DNC plus short location without turning it into a mechanical transmission diagnosis. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.